Hey, everybody, welcome back. Really great to have all of you tune us in, turn us on right here. The Art of Powerful Living with Robert Schoenfeld. Now, you can go to his website, theartofpowerfulliving.com. And when you get there, you're going to be so joyful because it is a joyful place to be. Right there on the home page, you can get a copy of his book. But more importantly, there is going to be in the menu something called a global moment of joy. And what Robert's going to talk about right now and the invitation now is not just about how to create a shift within yourself, but how to take that change. And he's going to talk a little bit about some changes he did this year with his joy, how to take it and share it. Robert, you did go through a little change there with your art this year.
Definitely. So that's one of the great joys of creativity is change and taking chances, experimentation. You know, again, you don't want to go into something creative like, that it has to be successful every time. Creativity is sometimes a messy experiment that doesn't go right. But as long as you have a kind of a goal and you're growing and you're enjoying it, there's a vibration inside of you, there's a joy inside of you, there's an enthusiasm in you, you're on the right track. And if it takes 6 months, 6 years, whatever it takes for something to explode, as you know, Dr. Pat, this year you've been following me with my art, and my art is always going through transitions. I took a couple big leaps this year in changing the whole style. So you see the painting behind me, which is the flowing colors. I went into a whole other experiment and did that for a couple months, and they were coming out nice. But you know what? I've come back to my original style just because there's an energy that just flows through me with this style that I'm doing now. And hopefully in the year to come, I'll come out with some new styles because that's what life is all about. It's about growth. It's about change. That's what the creative process is. Who knows what you're going to be like a year from now? Who knows what my art's going to look like a year from now? That's part of the experiment. That's part of the joy. That's part of the creative process.
Yeah. And, giving yourself permission to do that is part of the process, part of the Art of Powerful Living process. And in the essence of it, we get to create new things. So one of the new things is the global moment of joy.
Exactly.
Now, you have a call to action for everyone.
Let's do it.
Let's tell everybody what that is and let's get it done.
Excellent. So, as we all know, there's power in numbers. There are 7 billion of us plus on this earth right now. If we could get 7 billion people together all at the same time in a global moment of joy, what do you think this world would be like overnight?
Right.
Overnight. So let's start right now. I started a program called Global Moment of Joy, and you can see it on my website. And the idea is to bring 1 billion plus people together every day at 12 noon in their time zone in a global moment of joy. And this can be 5 minutes where you just are at your desk at work or at lunch with a friend, and you just think about all the things that you're grateful for or the things that you're going to do to bring more joy into your life. If everybody did this every day for 5 minutes, we would have an amazing 2018. So what I'm asking everybody to do on Christmas Day and also on New Year's Day, wherever you are, whoever you're with, for 5 minutes, spend that time in great joy of gratitude of what you've been thankful for the last year, what you want to be grateful for coming up in this next year, and what your joyful goals are for the year to come. If we have, like you say, Dr. Pat, over 30,000 people listening to this program right now, just if us 30,000 did it, that'd be powerful. But what I'm asking all of you right now, after we get off this show, go to Facebook, share this with at least 1,000 of your friends or as many friends as you have on Facebook, that at 12 noon on Christmas Day and 12 noon on New Year's Day, to spend 5 minutes, and then for them to share that with 1,000, that would be over 100 million people doing 5 minutes of joy on New Year's Day and Christmas Day. What do you think, Dr. Pat?
I think it's so easy and so simple and yet so very, very powerful. See, that's what we're talking about. And I think you mentioned it earlier in the show today that, simple and powerful go together. And, sometimes we get confused about that. But your invitation right now is to say, let's create something. Doesn't cost us anything. Changes the the physical nature of our hearts, more expansive, more open, creates an energy to invite other people into the energy of that, even if they don't have their own joy, right?
But let me even go a step further.
Yeah.
Whenever we're thinking of joyful thoughts or joyful emotions, there's a chemical reaction in our body that's healing, and it adds to itself. So the more joy you bring to yourself, the healthier you're going to be, and the healthier relationships are going to be, the healthier thinking is going to be. It's a magnetic thing that grows like a snowball. So why not do it? Let's do it individually in ourselves, bring more joy so that we're healthier, happier. But let's spread that out to the rest of the world, because then it comes back to us. The more we give out, the more it comes back to us. It's a no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer. Robert, today we've really talked about many, many things that people can help us with. You bring this message forward. I know there are people that you've studied, people that are meaningful, people that made a difference in your life. What are some of the things we can share here in these last couple of minutes for people to hold on to as we move through this time?
Sure. One of my favorite quotes is by Buckminster Fuller. He was one of the most intelligent men of the last century. And he said, to change something, build a new model and watch the old become obsolete. And what that means to me is, if there's something out there in the world that you don't like, don't fight it. Don't try and change it. Go ahead and create something better and watch the old just fall away. So if you don't like what's going on in your personal life, in the world, in the political scene, don't fight it. Don't get mad at the Republicans or the Democrats or whoever it is. Create something better and watch the old become obsolete. It's a more fun way to live, and it's a more joyful way to live.
Well, and we can still take action. We just don't have to be angry about it.
That's right. And let me say something about anger. One of the great things you can do in this year coming up, 2018, is let all your anger go. So in these next 10 days of meditation and reflection, if you're angry at somebody, whatever it is, do not carry that into this next year. You'll be much more happy if you can do that. So that's my blessing to everybody here.
I love it. Robert, thank you so much for all that you do. Again, if you want to get a copy of the book, The Love of Joy is on Amazon, or you can go to theartofpowerfulliving.com and click right on the picture right there. Get a hold of Robert, contact him, and get ready to really look at this book and perhaps use it with your friends and your family to set in motion for the next month opportunities and ways to create more joy than you can imagine. Robert, thank you so much for today.
Thank you. Happy New Year to everyone. Lots of love.
Yes, and from me too, everybody. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned. We got more coming up on Transformation Talk Radio.